So first, let us make the concept clear. God did not come into being. God has always existed. We prove this mathematically. Do not challenge this again. It is a universal truth, like 2 plus 2 equals 4. No matter how much someone tries to make it 5 or 3, it will not change. Even if you reinvestigate it, this mathematical equation will remain as it is. In exactly the same way, it has been established that the universe did not exist before. It came into being. You know, there was once an idea, popular in the 17th and 18th centuries, that the universe was in a steady state, that it had always existed in its current form. But this view has died its own death. In the era we live in now, this theory has ended. After the Big Bang, when Hubble observed through his telescope, he saw that all the galaxies visible in the sky have one thing in common. They are all moving away from each other. And when he drew the spectrum, he found that when the light spectrum of something gradually shifts toward red, it means that it is moving away from you. Logically, if it is moving away, then reversing time would mean it must have started from one point. For example, if I hold some balls in my hand and throw them, they will all move away from each other. And it is a universal truth that they are moving apart because they began from a single point. So naturally, scientists said, if we reverse time and reach the point from which everything started, they gave that point a name. It was a point whose density was infinite and whose volume was zero. Then they said that after the Big Bang, if even within a trillionth of a second there had been the slightest disturbance, the universe could never have come into existence. And that is just regarding its coming into existence. Then there are billions of fine-tunings present on planet Earth. The Earth's distance from the Sun, the gravitational forces, the speed of its movement. This is a whole field in which the human mind becomes lost. Considering all of this, the steady state idea ended. Man and the universe have come into existence. The problem was only when you believed that humans had also been coming into existence forever, without a beginning or end. But science has resolved this. There was a creation. Now the question is, does that creation have a creator or not? To understand this, the intellect required is immense. To understand the structure of DNA, to understand this harmony, to create such a thing. So, even today, despite all our discoveries, whatever we find is only a discovery of the laws of nature. For example, if we have discovered that the sun rises in the east and sets in the west with respect to the earth, in reality, it neither rises nor sets. This is just a physical phenomenon that we discovered. This phenomenon did not create the sun. So if you learn that a chick comes out of an egg, and that if you keep the egg warm under a hen or in a machine for 22 days, the chick hatches. This knowledge doesn't mean you created the chick. It only means you have information about how it comes to be. Even the hen itself does not know the qualities it possesses that allow her to produce an egg and a chick. The crocodile does not know. The elephant does not know. Even man does not fully know what qualities lie within him. Science only explores them bit by bit. Therefore, the creator of these qualities is not us. Behind this is a mind, an intelligence that has organized it all. Mathematically, it is established that anything running in an organized way must have a mind behind it. Without a mind, it cannot be designed. According to the second law of thermodynamics, entropy either remains constant or increases, meaning disorder increases. If an explosion happens here, everything will scatter. No subsequent explosion will arrange it back into its original state on its own. After disorder, order does not return. without intervention. To restore order, you need a mind, a planner. This is the kind of disorder the Big Bang caused, yet it brought forth an enormous, highly organized system. Planet Earth with over 2 million species. A living system where you cannot even list all the habits of these creatures, let alone fully understand how they are made. So the presence of a mind, a designer, is established. Now the next step. A scientist once said, for man to come into existence on his own is an even more absurd phenomenon than someone claiming that a tornado blew through a junkyard, picked up pieces and assembled a Boeing 747 airplane. No sane person in the world would believe such a thing. Even for a ballpoint pen, no one would believe it. He said man is even more complex than that. And you want to believe man came into being without any mind behind him? To answer this, he wrote a chapter titled The Ultimate Boeing 747. He said, according to you, man is so complex he cannot come into being without a creator. Then the one who created him must be even more complex. The ultimate Boeing 747. If a human with a DNA structure cannot form on his own and must be created, then the one who created him is even more complex. So, should that creator not also have a creator? We said, stop. For the sake of argument, we agree with you. But then that creator's creator would also need a creator. And this would go on endlessly. But in our childhood, we learn the true definition. He neither begets nor is begotten. Meaning, he himself was not brought into existence by anyone, nor did anyone come from him in that manner. He has always been. That is why in a hadith in Bukhari, it is said, Satan comes to you and asks, who created the mountains? You say, Allah. Who created the trees? You say, Allah. Then he asks, who created Allah? At that point, you must say, Allahu as-Samad, because the chain must stop at one who is uncreated. Otherwise, it is an endless loop. We must accept that there is one such being, because we physically see creation before us. If the theory was that there is neither creation nor creator, then nothing would compel us. But creation exists. We are living beings. We see the created world. Therefore, ultimately, we must stop at one creator. If you ask me which quality of Allah is beyond imagination, it is that there was never a time when He did not exist. This is a concept so deep that you could drown in it and never find its end. This quality of always having existed, we cannot share with Him, but His other quality, that He will always exist into the future, He is shared with us by granting eternal life in paradise to His creation, with the distinction between creator and creation. In paradise, whatever you wish for will appear before you. This is why I coined the term mini-God in explanation, not in equality, but in the sense of possessing in the hereafter the granted ability for wishes to be fulfilled instantly. And in that world, unlike here, there will be no doubt or disbelief. Whatever you desire will be present before you by His will.